Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tasha and I am the owner and creator of Melvirose Beauty, and this is my small biz life. All right, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really do appreciate it. This is actually my third video on this channel. If you guys hear noises in the background, I'm actually in the business center of the hotel that I am staying in. I'm actually out of town on a funeral, and I've been meaning to get this video filmed. So I started my business last year in 2021. I believe the first day I opened my store on Shopify was September the 29th. If I'm not mistaken. It was September the 29th, and next month in March is obviously my 6 months anniversary. So what I wanted to do with this video was kind of do some reflection on my first 6 months in business and a lot of the pros and cons of being a small business owner. I wanted to do some reflection on that, and so I hope you guys can appreciate this video. I know right now a lot of people are starting up small businesses and becoming entrepreneurs, so I thought this would be a great video because I learned a lot. I am still learning, so I was hoping that this would be a helpful video for anyone who just kind of wants to know the real and raw of becoming a small business owner. Because if you watch YouTube and you search small business, or you search whatever type of business you're trying to get into, be it body care, candle making, t-shirt making, whatever, you'll see obviously on YouTube a plethora of people who have started businesses, and a lot of those people are doing really well with their businesses. Some of them are, obviously are just getting started, and for a lot of people, even myself, when I watched a lot of those videos, I had a vision in my head like, oh my God, this could be me. But what I didn't realize then when I was watching those videos, and what I do realize now that I am myself a small business owner, is what works for others may not work for you. Everybody is in their own path when it comes to small business. A lot of the videos that you see that people put up, although they said their business just opened, but they could have been operating the business without being established LLC. So they've already built a large clientele, and then they decided to actually make their business, LLC. And now with that already established clientele, now they're putting videos up on YouTube, and you're thinking, wow, they were able to monetize their YouTube channel and build a platform or a business seemingly overnight, when essentially that may not be true. So am I discouraging anybody from watching those type of videos? No, I'm not going to discourage you, because I think it's helpful. It was helpful for me to see what other people were doing, to get tips and tricks and just ideals, because when you're trying to start a business, you are essentially with no information, right? So YouTube, Google is a hub of information, and I feel it's very beneficial for people to look at what others are doing. But even with doing that, you still have to make it your own, okay? Because the only way your business will grow is if it's your business, your ideal, your baby, and you treat it as such. So my first thing, reflecting back on my business ventures since September of 2021, is I felt like making sure you have a business plan, okay? So when I started contemplating opening my business or becoming a business owner, I didn't really have a concrete plan. Now, what I did do, because I was working full time, and I knew prior to quitting my job that I wanted to start this business, okay? So one thing I didn't do that some people do, they had a large amount of capital, okay, to start the business. And if you watch a lot of the informational videos on YouTube, a lot of people will tell you that you don't need any money to start a business. I disagree with that. You definitely do need money when you're starting a business, because just because you have a business does not mean every day is a money-making day, okay? Every day is not a money-making day. If you think about it, think about yourself. How many times you have went into the mall and you have walked into several stores, okay? Be it Macy's, Victoria's Secrets, Bath and Body Works. And just think about how many times you walked in stores and you walked in, you looked around, you picked up things, you looked at prices of product, and you decide to walk out the store without purchasing anything. Just like you did it, imagine 200 people doing the same thing. Okay, so every day is not a money-making day. And to me, for what I have found is on the days that I am not making money on my store, those are the days that I take time to perfect my product, check my recipes, work on my branding, also work on my social media. I will highly encourage anybody who is starting a business to be very, very diligent with your social media. Social media is the way of the world today, and social media is very, very important when marketing your business. You know, a lot of small business owners can't pay for marketing or can't pay for promo because, again, you're just starting. But what I would highly encourage is that you do put money to the side to pay for promo, because TikTok is one that you can pay for promo. Also, you can pay for Instagram with promo. Like if you make posts on Instagram, you can pay to have your promo, your post boosted, be it your posts, your reels, your stories. You can pay, it's a projected amount. You can set your own amount, and you can pay to get your posts boosted and pushed to other people, so other people can know that you are on social media. Social media is very hard to grow, but one thing about it, it's not impossible to grow. One thing I have learned about social media, the biggest thing with social media is to be consistent. You cannot put up a video today or post today and don't post again for another 3 months and think people are just going to keep following you, because you have to realize, just like you're putting up posts on social media, there's other people every day coming new to the platform putting up posts and things of that nature. So when you want to build an audience, you have to be consistent with that audience. So you constantly need to put up posts. Something else that I discovered about being a small business owner, when I said, you know, you need a plan, your business plan, you definitely need to make sure you have income or money put to the side, because to start up a business is very, very expensive. Even to start your LLC. A LLC, you can do it one of two ways. You can do it yourself, or you can use a company to help you start your LLC. Either way, it's going to cost money, because you have to pay for whatever state you're living in. There are fees associated with the state that you're building that LLC in, okay? And some states have higher fees than others. I know for sure New York is one of those states that has very high fees when you're trying to start an LLC. So, you know, to start an LLC now, to get your EIN for your business through the IRS, that is free. The IRS does not charge. And make sure when you are searching things on Google, make sure it's the authentic site. So like, for instance, irs.gov, make sure it says irs.gov. If it says anything else and doesn't say .gov at the end of the domain, more than likely, obviously, it's not the IRS. And you have to be careful with that, because there are a lot of companies out here with gimmicks to make you think something is real and it's not, and they're seemingly just taking your money or charging you an accelerated amount for something that is very cheap or even free, okay? So that's one thing. Your EIN is free. Your LLC, depending on what state you live in, you definitely will have to pay the fees associated with the state for your LLC. Now, if you go with the company, because even once you start your LLC, there is going to be either yearly or every other year reporting to the state about your business. That's also documents that need to be filed. And if you are a person that's not very, particular on how to do that, then I would advise to go with a company that can help you build your LLC. Make sure you check their prices, do price comparison, because there's a lot of companies out here that can help you start your LLC. There's InkFile, there's ZenBiz. There's a whole lot of agencies out here that can help you start your LLC. Just make sure you price compare, and also know this: anything that you use to start your business up with, those are business write-offs when it's time to do your taxes. So paying for an LLC, you can write those expenses off when it's time to file your taxes for your business. So make sure you keep all your receipts, all your documents, everything in that nature, because you can use all those things to write off at the end of the year, okay? When you start in a business, tax write-offs are very important because it'll help you eliminate having to pay so much back to the IRS. So once you do all that, do make sure that whatever type of business that you have in your state, that it doesn't require a business license, okay? So if it does require a business license, I encourage you to research. That's the biggest thing with trying to start your business is research. You have to research everything. Give yourself time. Give yourself a plan. You know, do yourself a projected proposal plan. That's what I did. I basically planned out everything that I needed to do in order to start my business. Even when I actually started my business, in a way I wasn't really ready, but it was like it's no time like the present, you know, because sometimes you can procrastinate and put things off, and then a lot of other obstacles will come in your way, because life is an obstacle, right? So other things will come in that will, you know, impede you or discourage you from starting when you want to start. So a lot of times you just got to go. You just got to hit that button. You got to go. You really can't wait for a real good time. But what I would highly suggest is always having you some money put up to the side, because there are a lot of unexpected expenses when starting a small business. Something else that I thought about that I wanted to stress to you guys is, you know, I really felt like some things that I did not do that I probably should have done was research my suppliers, okay? Because I have a business where I sell body care, okay? I make body butters, I make body butter creams, I make soaps, I make sugar scrubs, I make a lot of things, you know, for self-care for your body. And there are a major amount of suppliers out there. Something I didn't do is I didn't really sit down and research all my suppliers, check the reviews of their business, check their pricing, their shipping. There's a lot, you know. I use Amazon a whole lot. But one thing about Amazon, although it's convenient and you can get your stuff in 2 days, Amazon to me, you guys, really is sometimes it's beneficial and sometimes it's not, because if you price compare, Amazon typically is a little bit more expensive. But the only thing about it is what a lot of people get caught up in is the fact that you can get it in 2 days or less if you have Prime. And if you go with another company, say for instance Wholesale Supplies Plus, even with them, they have, if you spend over $25, they have free shipping. But with Wholesale Supplies Plus, they also give you free shipping. But then they have something else where if you want to get your order in the front of the line, as far as processing, then you could pay an extra $15 to get your order pushed up in front of the line, which I don't really agree with that. Because I'm like, if you're going to say I got free shipping, what do you mean to get my order in the process, get it pushed up? Why do I have to pay to get my order pushed up? You should just process my order like any other order that comes to the door. Me paying for your service or me patronizing your business should be the motive for you to want to hurry up and get my product out the door. So Wholesale Supplies Plus is a good company. It's a company that is umbrellaed under other companies like Crafter's Choice and a few others. It is a good company, but that's one thing about their shipping I don't really agree with. So I use different companies for different things. Like Nurture's Garden is really good when it comes to fragrances. They're seemingly one of the best in my opinion. Brambleberry is also really good. Brambleberry tends to be a little more on the expensive side than most of the other soap suppliers. They tend to, in my opinion, to be more expensive. But like I said, there are an exorbitant amount of companies. You just got to really shop and see what's best for you. Also, especially when it comes to shipping, try to find a supplier that's in, close to your area, close to your state. So when it comes to shipping, you're pretty much in their region and it won't cost as much. And also something very important is try to find businesses that's local, okay? Because we are supporting Amazon and all these other businesses, but try to find something that's local, because I have ran across this a lot in my business, where I have worked with companies for supplies, and then because of the logistic problems, supply chain problem in our country right now, things are getting backlogged, back ordered, very slow to get. So I have really incorporated trying to shop locally for some of the stuff that I need. Even with me doing that, Michael's is one of the stores. Michael's is a craft store, and Michael's is pretty much everywhere. And I also use Hobby Lobby at times. But I have noticed that Michael's, more so than Hobby Lobby, has really been having trouble trying to get supplies into their store where I'm used to shopping from. So my biggest thing is, when you start your business, a lot of people don't want to do this because they don't know how well their business is going to run. I was one of those people. I would highly encourage you to always be confident in what you're doing, okay? Yes, you don't know how well your business is going to run, but do understand, as long as you stay consistent and diligent with your business, it's definitely going to flourish and grow. And the last thing you want to do is to have a product to sell and don't have a way to ship it to your customer. And now you're scrambling trying to get supplies. So I would highly encourage, when you start your business off, get everything that you need. If you're selling body butters, and go ahead and get 200-300 jars, empty jars to put your body butters in. It's better to be prepared than not prepared, because that's something you don't want to deal with, not being able to get your product to your customer in a timely fashion, okay? Also, it's also best to research your websites that you're going to use. I use Shopify, and I actually love Shopify. A lot of people don't like Shopify. A lot of people like Wix and things of that nature, other companies that are, have domains where you can e-commerce shops, where you can build your business. I actually do like Shopify. Something else that I learned is having your domain name. That's something else. Also, having a website. That's something that I'm trying to learn how to do, because a lot of the things that I do for my business, I am doing on my own with research, but I'm seemingly doing it all on my own. But something else that I definitely would encourage you guys to do is to have a website as well, and also start an email marketing list. That's something that I did not do, and I'm actually backtracking now, trying to get my email marketing list going, because it's so quicker and easier when you have an email marketing list. So when you have things going on in your store, be it promo, discounts, sales, whatever, it's easier to reach your customers through emailing than anything else, okay? So that's very, very important. When you start your business, please encourage your customers to leave their emails, to subscribe to your email. Therefore, when you have communication that you need to get out in mass loads, you have a whole email list compiled. Even if there's something going on with your store, it's closed for whatever reasons, personal reasons, however, you can still communicate with your customers, even if, be it just email, okay? One thing I do know, you guys, is having a small business is very hard. You definitely need a support system behind you, okay? Make sure you have a strong support system behind you, something that I do have, but a lot of the people that's in my life don't understand that, they're used to me working a Monday through Friday, 9-to-5 type job. And they're used to if it's 5 o'clock and I get off work, that I am off work and now I am totally accessible to my family. Well, being a small business owner, it doesn't work like that. I really don't have operating hours. I operate pretty much all day long, all night long, because my business, I run it, and I run it every day, all day. Okay, so my family they're trying to get used to that. I'm even trying to get used to that. But what I would encourage you to do is, once you get your business established and you're really running a successful business, and successful is what it is. Whatever successful is to you, that's successful. Because successful to you may not be successful to me, and vice versa. But again, it's your business, your milestones. But once you get your business built to a platform, set yourself hours, at least one day a week, where you do nothing but reset and reload. You need that as a small business owner, and I'm finding that out the hard way. I've done a lot of long nights running my business, and you know, a lot of lack of sleep. But I know in order to start something from the ground up, you have to put 100% into it, which will call for a lot of long sleepless nights and days, and that's okay. But what I will say is, because you can get burnt out really quick, and especially when you're working by yourself, I definitely would encourage you to build in a day in your schedule where you dedicate just to yourself. Okay, it's just a relax and reload day. Even if it's a day where you're just doing housekeeping, things of that nature, make sure you build that day into your schedule. Also, speaking of schedules, it's very important to keep a schedule. Okay, very important to keep a schedule. It's very, it helps you operate your business. Okay, I use a planner to plan my days out. What I'm doing now that I didn't do when I started, because as like I said, as you grow, you will learn more what works for you. But what I'm doing now is I'm dedicating days where I only do that for the day.